Two trusted names in life insurance, MassMutual and Ladder Life, stand head to head. The big question, which one really delivers? On one side, the established giant MassMutual. On the other, the modern, tech-driven Ladder Life. Both promise security for your loved ones, but what sets them apart? Let's put aside flashy marketing and focus on what truly matters. We'll compare them point by point, so at the end you'll see which one truly takes the crown. The winner might surprise you. Take a look at this mind map. We're going to walk through price and value, application speed, coverage and flexibility, financial strength, and of course, digital experience. It's a lot to cover, but each piece makes a huge difference in the kind of life insurance you end up with. Let's kick things off with price and value. Starting with MassMutual, honestly, they're known for rock-solid policies, and get this, you can even score dividends if you have a whole life policy. But it's definitely not the cheapest ticket in town, especially for those permanent policies. And yeah, working through agents often means commission fees. Now flip to Ladder. They're basically the cool online kid here, super competitive rates right on their website, totally transparent, and you can cancel anytime, no strings attached. But Ladder is term life only, so no cash value growth or fancy riders, and if you're in New York, sorry, not available. Overall, for price and pure value, Ladder just kind of easily takes the crown here. Alright, now application speed. MassMutual does a thorough job. If you're looking for million-dollar-plus coverage, they actually dig deep into your health, which is solid. But you know what? That means medical exams and a waiting game for approval. Now compare that to Ladder. The process is all online, it's fast, you could literally get covered before you even finish your coffee. Decisions come in minutes. The trade-off is that coverage tops out at around $3 million, and it's not really built for complex situations. Still, if you want it fast and simple, Ladder's the winner here. No contest. On to coverage and flexibility. MassMutual is kind of like the buffet of life insurance: term, whole, universal, even variable universal, and they'll go over $10 million on some policies. But here's a quirk. Once you pick something, it's not super flexible to change, and these options can get, honestly, pretty overwhelming. Ladder is much simpler, one-term life product, but they totally win at flexibility within that product. You can tweak your coverage up or down instantly, and you can stretch your term up to 30 years. Still, term only might not cut it if you're after lifelong coverage or cash value. For pure breadth and versatility, MassMutual wins this one. Oh, and here's something cool. Did you know that in 2024, MassMutual paid out over $2 billion in dividends to policyholders? Yeah, that's a ton of happy customers feeling the love. Next up, financial strength. This one's wild. MassMutual, they've been around for forever, more than 170 years. They have an A++ rating from AM Best, which is the best you can get. Yeah, they move like a big ship, slow, but you know it's sturdy. On the other hand, Ladder is backed by some heavyweight partners like Allianz Life, but they've only been at this since 2015 and rely on partners for the back-end stuff. They're solid, but they haven't weathered as many storms, so this round, MassMutual grabs the win, no debate. Finally, let's talk about digital experience. MassMutual has a modern-looking website, but wow, you're still getting routed to agents and there's a lot of paperwork. At least you can get your policy digitally, which is nice. But Ladder, totally online from start to finish, and you can manage or even change your coverage anytime, all by yourself, 24/7. No paperwork nightmares. Trade-off is you won't get anyone on the phone for a heart-to-heart, but honestly, for most folks, Ladder just crushes it online. Zooming out, here's how our two contenders stack up across all those categories. You can really see where each one shines and where they've got some catching up to do. So, who should you go with? Well, if you want pure lifelong security, the highest coverage, and honestly that warm, fuzzy feeling you get from company tradition and dividends, MassMutual is a classic for a reason. But if you're focused on price, speed, and the freedom to manage your term life policy entirely online, Ladder makes that super easy, almost too easy. Both have their quirks, both have their standouts. Was this breakdown helpful? If you want more real-world insurance matchups, stick around and follow. We've got plenty more coming your way.